NFL Conference Championships on PrizePicks. I'm Sniper for DFS Army, and let's go find some winners. All right, if you are not already signed up for the DFS Army PrizePicks tool, make sure you guys go and check that out. There are specific subscriptions now. You can get your hands on all of that. Code Sniper for 10% off. And if you're not already on PrizePicks, sign up with code DFS Army for that deposit match and some free time with the subscription over at DFS Army. Now, clearly the tool loves the overs for Conference Championship weekend. I'm definitely on that side, especially on the AFC. A little bit more skeptical on the NFC side. But when, we have all these high-edge plays as of right now, you can't play all of them. I want to pick and choose my favorites based on the consensus sportsbook odds that we do pull. So looking right here, we are going to I'm going to pull out 5 picks for you guys. The first one is kind of a freebie, and I can't actually add it to this play, but make sure you know about the promotion over at PrizePicks. Joe Burrow boosted over 0.5 pass yards is a free square. They only let you put $25 in play. With this, I have another play already in that includes this, so I can't add it to the live play I'm going to build on this video, but make sure you guys know about it and use it. Take advantage of it. Flipping back over to the tool we have over at DFS Army, the first thing that jumps out at me, I'm actually going to skip over Miles Sanders and go right to Christian McCaffrey. For me, it's kind of a toss-up. Do we want to go rush yards? I also like the fantasy points play, which I believe is down here at 17. Those are my 2 favorites. So we want over 56.5 rush yards or the 17 fantasy points. I'm going to go do some quick game log watching. It's not my favorite thing, but it tends to help. Clearly up and down when he goes over, he tends to go way over. In terms of rush yards, obviously danger catching the ball out of the backfield. A fantasy score, to me, he's a little more consistent right there around 17. I think he's going to score a touchdown in this game. I don't know if it's going to be rushing or receiving. I don't want to get burned by the receiving yards. So for me, I'm going to take over 17 points, fantasy points. Again, if you want to go with the rush yards, I think that's a solid number 2 option. Can't have the same player twice in a play. So you got to pick one. I'm going to go with fantasy points. Second up, I'm actually going to go a little bit correlative here. I really like this Patty Mahomes line. Price pick line is 274. The consensus sportsbook odds are up at 285, and we're projecting over 350, which I think is a little high, but still, there's definitely value in the over 274. And then, at least according to our projections, we really like Juju Smith-Schuster, over 4 receptions, or this over 44.5 yards. We got him at 7 receptions for 80. Again, pick your poison here. To me, I'm going to go with the yards because the prize pick line is at 4. 4.5 in the book is actually plus money, which means they're shading him closer to 4, and 4 is a push versus Juju, 44.5 yards. The juice is a little bit higher, and one big play kind of gets us there. I think he's got the potential for a big play in this game that picks up more, if not a big chunk of these yards, and he won't need all the catches we are projecting him for. So I'm going to build correlatively on Patrick Mahomes and Juju Smith-Schuster, both going over their yards props. Let's go ahead and plug those in. Juju Smith-Schuster over. That is 3 of our 5 plays. I'm not going to include the Joe Burrow play. I'm not sure if I said I was going to include it or not, but if you have it, that's an easy 6 guy in this play. A little bit harder here. Joe Mixon for a touchdown. I think that's decent. Not my favorite play on the board. I'm kind of avoiding the Isaiah Pacheco and the Jerick McKinney line. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Clyde Edwards-Helaire as of when I'm recording this. A little bit skeptical there. Before I go to the NFC side, it's at the bottom of the sheet, but I like this T. Higgins play. We've got juice. We've got a prop over the price pick line, 54.5 on price pick, 58.5 at the book, and some juice there, and where we are projecting over. And I tend to agree, and it's correlative in the back of this game becomes a shootout. They're going to need to throw to T. Higgins and all those guys. So if Patrick Mahomes is doing well, probably so is T. Higgins. So I'm going to take his prop over as well. That's kind of what I said. We're thinking overs in this game. I already got 3 from the AFC Championship game, some points from the star player in the NFC game. Let's find one more pick here to round this play out. Joe Burrow, the pass yards, we got the 0.5. Really interesting. Do you want Joe Mixon for a touchdown? Like I said, I'm not so sure about this Brock Purdy over. Dallas Goedert over 45.5. I mean, we have him projected pretty high. And you know what? The more I think about this game, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be looking at Goddard quite a bit. I want to scan just a little more, see if we have anything that pops out that I'm even higher on here. So those are the pass specific props here. Scroll over to this where we're talking just about sportsbook odds. George Kittle receptions again. Our projections are very high on the overs right now. I'm kind of looking for where I agree on the consensus lines. I'm going to go back over, I think, based on our projections. Again, the tool looked a little hard to navigate there, mostly because I'm so zoomed in so you guys can see it well on the video. I know I'm stalling a little bit. I don't want to go the Miles Sanders route. I don't think his projection's a little bit high. I respect that defense quite a bit. So I am going to, that being said, I think they're going to be in a lot of passing situations. I think Dallas Goedert is going to get his 45.5 yards. I like this prop quite a bit. I agree with the projection. I think it's more in line with what I'm expecting. So the last play here, we're going to put in Dallas Goedert going over 45.5 yards. Expecting to see quite a bit of action this week. That is what I have here on the video. I'm going to, when you have this many plays, flex play is your only option. I'll go ahead and put $25 on this play live. We are locked in. So again, to recap, Christian McCaffrey over 17 fantasy points. Patty Mahomes over 274 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster over 44.5 yards. T. Higgins over 54.5 yards. And Dallas Goedert over 45.5 yards. Expecting to see quite a bit of action this weekend. Make sure you guys go check out DFS Army and PrizePicks if you haven't already. Like the video. Appreciate all the support. Good luck in those contests. Let's make some money. See you next time.